Hello, and today we're going to be talking about radians. So similar to degrees, radians is a measure of an angle, and to really get a grasp radians, we're going to go back to the unit circle. So this is our unit circle here. So our radius is 1 unit, as the unit circle is. And now I'm going to start by laying down the foundations for what radians is. So 1 radian represents what I'm about to draw here, the angle of which is here. This is 1 radian, and we have this little half degree symbol, or C. This is where this is 1, right? This is just another radii. That's also 1. And this little outer circle portion here, that length is also 1. So if we have, so this little arc length here is 1, this radius is 1, so the angle of where all of this is true, this little pizza slice is 1, then we have 1 radian. So you'll see why radians are important later on, but what about a full circle? So in degrees we have 360 degrees, and we have this little circle symbol here. So if we want 360 degrees but in radians, what's that going to be? Well, you can try and take a look and see, try and guesstimate how big a full revolution is going to be in radians, or you can just look at the circumference. If we look at the circumference, we can recognize that if this is 1, where this is 1 here, then we can assume that if we work out the circumference of the unit circle, that that'll be a full revolution of the circle in radians. So the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, but we're dealing with the unit circle here, so it becomes 2 pi. And because it's 2 pi, we get some pretty nifty properties. So if we divide both of these by 2 to see what 180 degrees is. So 180 degrees, what is that equal to in radians? Well, if we divide by 2 here, we get pi radians. Again with the half degree symbol. Well, now we can come up with some interesting conversions using this equation here. So let's start with 1 degree in radians. So I'm going to divide both sides by 180. So I get here 1 degree is equal to pi 180 radians. So now I can do the same thing, but work out what 1 radian is in degrees. So I'll just have to do the same process, but instead divide by pi. So we get 180 over pi degrees is equal to 1 radian. So let's try and convert some angles. So we have 120 degrees, and we want to convert that into radians. So what is that in radians? So, well, what's 1 degree in radians? Well, 1 degree in radians is pi over 180. So if that's 1 degree, I want to get 120 of those, so I times 120, and that'll equal what 120 in radians is. So 120 pi over 180, I can cross out these zeros. I now have 12 on 18. I can divide both of those by 6. I get 2 over 3 pi. So that in radians is the same as 120 degrees. What if I had pi over 2 radians and I want to convert into degrees? Well, I do the exact same process, but with 180 over pi times our amount. Now, in this case is pi over 2, which will give us x in degrees. So you get 180 pi over 2 pi. Pi's cancel out, half of 180, 90 degrees. So that's all the time that I have for today for radians. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or contact me on social media, and I will see you in the next video.